Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IRL. This is round 3. We are here in the beautiful sunny skies of Zandvoort in the Netherlands, right next to the beautiful beach destination. Just north of this place, there's a lovely beach. And, I'm back finally. It's been 2 weeks since I've done some commentary. I missed the first 2 races. I was present in the comm box, but I wasn't talking too much as I let my good friend Golden take over commentary for a few weeks as I was super busy with school. But we're back and better than ever for round 3 of IRL here. How are we feeling, Golden?
Thank you for the introduction, Senor Andrew. I'm doing quite fucking lovely, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back. We got a lot of new faces, a lot of new names, and a lot of names, people who've gone. There's a few drivers who've moved up to tier 1. A few notable ones being 2 possible title contenders in Damien, who we knew moved up from last race. He actually did amazing in the tier 1 race. I think
China.
he was P2 in China, I believe, or maybe even 1. I don't know. He did really well in China. And we also had Dan. So as Dan makes his move from the Red Bull Tier 2 seat, he then jumped to the Aston Martin Tier 2 seat, and now he finds himself in the Aston Martin Tier 1 seat. So we've been making a joke with him lately, saying it's not easy being green, as, of course, I'm a part of the Red Bull camp, and him leaving, he said it's hard to be green. So, yeah.
Yeah, obviously driver moves is obviously very important. And not important is also fucking what's the word? I can't remember. I forgot what I was going to say now. That's all good. Yeah, but obviously new faces in Aston. Both the Aston drivers are both new, and just a couple new faces from last week is still appearing. It's gonna be a cracker fucking race. Let's just hope. Last week, like my 2 last races, someone doesn't get fucking punted off track.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lewis.
So a few new names in this race. We have B Dot on debut here. I think also SJZ Blitz is on debut. A lot of drivers here.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of AXVs, as you can see in the chat. They're all Portuguese
a lot of
friends.
AXVs.
Rich also on debut here as well. So we'll get to see what they can do here around this lovely circuit. We see Sparky out, or Leandro out on his outlap. We have Oliveira on an outlap. Actually, Leandro about to start his lap here as he comes to the final corner. I do not remember the name of this.
It is a very long name.
Ari Luyendijk Bocht, and as he makes his
Good
way
enough.
into Tarzan Bocht. So
Good enough.
We need English translations of these names. Tarzan corner, and he starts his lap. He's gonna have the Aston Martin beside him. It seems pretty clean. Getting by there, I need to fix my menu. Just realized that I need to put onto tire. Sub-Zero because of the inter-tire, not wanting to burn a set of softs. Very valid. A lot of people on the medium tires. Of course, most people probably will be qualifying on the mediums, not opting for a set of softs, as they'll end up losing a set of those softs. So I'm going to turn lap data, turn track map, and we'll pop back in here now. So, yeah. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty on my commentary skills, but we'll see what we can do this race.
We can tell. I'm kidding. I love you.
Leandro makes his way out of Bocht 10 or turn 10. That's what Bocht means in Dutch, by the way. I'm assuming because Tarzan Bocht is Tarzan corner, so it's turn. So as Leandro makes his way out of the final banking onto the back straight, Kuoto sits a 1:11.6 for his first lap. Let's see where Leandro can go. He's going to put it with a 1:10.6. He's going to put it up on P1 as well, actually beating out his AXV teammate. Of course, they have an esports team. These guys drive together, and that's a really good lap. A 1:10.6, almost a second faster than his compatriot with the Portuguese flag. So Sparky's a 1:13.6 on that soft tire. And it seems like Leandro is still pushing. He's the purple sector 1 again. So he's still pushing. So I wonder if he was hiding some pace in that first lap, maybe trying to just get a few laps in these mediums, and maybe he'll be done with qualifying after this. And we'll pop to a different driver here. We've been on this guy for a while. As Sub-Zero on his out lap. He's going to start his lap for the V-Carb team. Of course, a lot of Honda-powered cars here. We consider the Astons to be a part of the Honda Power camp. Just as, of course, they are moving to Honda engines in 2026, I think. So, 2026, is that right? 2026?
Yep,
Honda?
2026, they're getting Honda-powered engines, as well as Adrian Newey. So,
yeah, so...
people are not going to be happy
Leandro's a
with that.
109.8 on the medium tire, on a lap old medium tire, which is a very, very quick lap around Zandvoort. As Rich comes through with a 111.0, and that's another awesome lap. Oliveira following close behind, 410s. There's 1,000 separating Football Dog, or B-Dot, right? It's B-Dot. And Oliveira.
B-Dog.
As Sparky sets a 111.1, a lovely lap from Sparky.
Flyer.
Lovely lap from Sparky as Sub-Zero continues on his lap. Let's see what he'll be able to do as he makes his way into turns 12 and 11, or 11 and 12. 12 and 11, 11 and 12. His yellow flag, it seems someone was just playing. Oh! As we see, Sub-Zero spun.
Crashed.
He's spun. He's hit the wall. He's broken off his front wing. He's going to stay there until the McLaren passes by, and probably the Ferrari as well, of J.R. Quoto. And now he should be safe to back up, unless there's a Red Bull pulling out through as well, and he'll be fine to move back onto the track now. Very, very safe rejoin. I love to see that. I love to see people make sure they're being safe when they rejoin. He's going to lose 2 end plates. He's going to come back on the racing line, but he's going to move out of the way for Impulse, as Impulse finishes his lap. Impulse is he's very quick. We've seen him. He's been, I think he's the only driver who is still in Tier 2 at least to have a 100% podium rate, because of course he hasn't left. Is he going to put it on P2 with 6 tenths behind, I guess now possibly his rival, Leandro?
Some would call Impulse Michael Schumacher of IRL T2, 100% podium. So far, he's amazing as he's
doing similar to what Logan Sargent did in that Williams around that same corner.
Do not mention that man's name anywhere near my vicinity. I will talk the most amount of smack about his face.
We love Logan Sargent. As Rich is going to pull off to the side to allow Impulse through. I think Impulse is still flying on his lap. He doesn't seem to be slowing down here. I don't see if he's... I can't tell if he's recharging or not. I don't have the telemetry pulled up. I don't like pulling the telemetry, so...
I think, hang on.
We'll see what he decides to do.
I was just going to say there might have been something sector 2, but Felix did just pull off to the side, and he is on low fuel, so he will trundle back into the pits.
Rich is also on low fuel, and we do use hard low fuel mode in this, so they will be going extra slow on these laps. It's going to be
almost like the Haas car this year.
Yeah, very, very similar to the Haas car, showing the real, I guess the realistic.
The real pace. Yeah.
We don't use realistic cars. Impulse going to try and make an overtake into the pits, but he doesn't. Of course, Zandvoort is an interesting circuit because they do actually have a slower pit lane limiter. So we could be seeing a lot of drivers get caught out by that. Of course, it's 60 kilometers an hour rather than the standard 80 kilometers an hour that we see at most tracks. So I wonder if we'll get to see any drivers caught out by speeding in the pit lane. Some possible 10-second penalties thrown out in this race. Of course, we'll shake things up a lot. At the moment, Impulse still on his championship charge with 57 points. Leandro in second with 30. Sparky with 27 and P3. Yeah. It seems that technically not, because we are excluding the drivers that have moved up. We are assuming that these drivers will score big this race, because as we've seen, Sparky, very consistent. He has yet to earn his first podium, but we'll have to see. This could come in Zandvoort, maybe. He's done a lot of practice this week, as of course, me being a part of the Red Bull camp, I do know he's been doing a lot of practice. I do know that him and Leandro have been in links, and also that driver move, the trade, that was a big thing. Was Dan and Leandro actually? That's who swapped positions. So that's who Dan was traded for to Aston Martin, and Red Bull picked up Leandro, and as it seems to possibly have paid off, as Leandro seems pretty quick at the moment. But we'll have to see if this pace will keep up, or if it will tail off.
So it's unfortunate to see one of our good old friends, Danny Boy, being traded, but we hope that in the Tier 1 tomorrow he does have a good race. He did joke about me saying he's coming for me. I feel a bit threatened, and then Lewis, on the joking end, as I said for a third time, he might hit into me. So I need to be extra careful on my toes tomorrow, and I think so do you, Andrew. Some people may be a little bit more aggressive than you want them to be.
Yeah, and especially around a circuit like Jeddah. And of course,
Hmm.
we will be live again tomorrow for another race. We have our two tiers are separated by 1 day. Tier 2 races on this Saturday at 7:30
And 20 better
AST.
drivers, wink wink.
Yeah, sometimes can be better. And then we also have our Tier 1 races are at 8:30 AST on Sundays. So keep up with that. Of course, I think the Discord link is on the Twitch channel. If you guys want to check out the calendar, check out the standings for yourself. You guys can check them out there and have a look for yourself, of course.
And there's
As
also
we
a
have
YouTube channel.
There's also a YouTube channel, so you can watch all of the race highlights,
you
the
can,
race replays, see all that stuff. We're working
It's
on
amazing.
getting a
I highly
editing
recommend
team.
to watch Vegas last year. No correlation at all.
Vegas race was really, really good. As JR Quoto is going to set a fastest second sector. It seems that he is down this time on that fresh soft tire. Leandro also on his outlap now, trying to get it as late as possible, get the best track conditions. JR Quoto is going to come around the final corner of the final banked corner, and he's going to come through with a 1:10.3. He's going to move him to third place. Provisional third place, of course. Oliveira has set a lap. JR Quoto's also set a lap. We will have to see. Sub-Zero's going to retire from the session. I think that was in the pit lane, so I think it should be okay. He's not on circuit. And we'll see what's going to happen here from the provisional pole sitter right now, Leandro. He has yet to set a soft tire lap, so we'll see what he's able to put in here. Rich has been saying that he's been able to put in some 9.6s, so he could be quick here as well. If he does put in a 9.6, I believe that will put him P3 or P2. As Impulse is going to come to the fastest lap with a 109.4. Leandro now starting his flying lap. Let's see, will he be able to improve on Impulse's time, or will he be caught out starting P2 in this race? This is for the front of the grid here. What will Leandro be able to do? Setting a 109.8 on the medium tire. What can he do on the softs? Of course, softer compound gives you more grip, more traction. Be a lot faster around these tight corners of Zandvoort. Let's see. What will he be able to do? He's going to come through turn 10, making his way up to turn 11 and turn 12 of Hans Ernst Bock. I don't know what that means, but he's going to be going up those corners. Narrowly avoiding the gravel trap, he makes his way up into the final two corners of turn 13 and 14. He's going to set up purple sector 2. So it looks like at the moment he might be improving on Impulse's time. But will he be able to get it as he makes his way to the final corner, running up to the line, and he's going to get a 109.3, 1/10 faster than Impulse. So quick around Zandvoort here, and there's a few more cars out on track. I don't know. Impulse isn't validated. He's going to be pulling into the pits.
Mm-hmm.
We have JR Quoto, who is 2/10 down on his previous time on two lap old soft tires. We'll see what he'll be able to do. SJ Blitz close behind, going to be getting a distant tow from the Ferrari driver ahead. Could be really, really good points here. As Quoto makes his way, has a little snap coming out of the final corner. He's going to be making his way through or into turn 14 now, the long banking, making his way up to the run to the straight. What will he be able to do? Will he be able to improve, or will that snap have ruined everything? He's going to improve by 4/10 of 109.9, as Blitz is going to come through with a 109, 2,000 separating Blitz and JR Quoto. So Felix is in the pits, and I think that's everyone. Once we're just waiting for Felix to get put back into his pit lane. And what a qualifying session that was, as we see Leandro take sprint pole position and Impulse close behind by only a 10th in P2. So the grid a lot closer than it usually is here. 1.8 seconds separates the field. We're not really used to seeing that. It seems that we finally have a good field spread here in Tier 2, which is really good to see. I'm just sending you the qualifying results for that.
Yeah, well, good.
Yeah, so
And obviously, Rich
great.
setting their fast
I
time on
need
the
to,
medium tires. We didn't get to it. Sorry. Why do I have a message with Tinder Gold? Fucking hell. The things I do for you people.
Okay, make sure people don't ready up.
Yep. Please don't ready up, because you will be taken to the back end of our IRL chopping block, and by that I mean we will chop off your fingernail for every time you ready up early. Just one fingernail. We start off light.
We are going to be going in 3 minutes.
Yep. How did you find qualifying, Andrew?
One moment. I have to add the clock. How do I add the clock thing to it? How do I add the clock? Does that like react to it with the clock? Like this? I don't know how it works.
Dan has said that the stream is lagging.
Is it lagging? Uh-oh.
Dan said the stream is lagging, so I just responded to him saying it's not my fault, lol.
Stream is lagging. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, we're starting. I didn't tell people ready up.
It's
okay, well,
someone's a little bit eager beaver.
Lights
it's
out.
5 red lights here.
And away we go here
and
around
away we
Circuit
go.
Zandvoort. Leandro has a very slow pull away as someone's dead off the start with a football dog. Oh, dead off the start. Leandro backed out, falls into P6 off the start. I don't think he was fully ready to go. As we see Impulse take a very early lead here as Quoto close behind. SJ Blitz. Leandro's going to try and have a move to the inside. Does not make it work. He's at the P5 now, though. Let's see. SJ Blitz taking P3. As, there's a massive incident.
Rich and the Blitz have hit each other.
Rich and Blitz have had a massive incident coming through turn... What turn number is that? I don't even know. Wow, that was really
it's
early.
A number.
Oh
it's
my gosh,
number,
the two Astons have fallen behind. I need to fix my stream lag. That's an issue, but is it actually that bad? Let me grab my phone really quick. Golden, take over commentary for a minute. I'm watching Leandro.
Thank you very much, sir. Here we have Impulse here, who comes around the couple last corners of Sector 2, leading the race 1.2 seconds in front of Jakuta, who goes into P2. In behind him, his teammate of P3. Stream is not lagging down. That is just probably your internet. As we come across the line now, the sprint is well and truly underway. It is lap 2 right now. Impulse, the 1:15.0 on the hard tyres. That is surely going to be improved. As we see Leandro overtaking the Ferrari of Jakuta. Behind him, we have Sub-Zero, who is about 5 tenths away from him, which is a decent start from here. He's moved up 4 spots. Also moving on the order, Sparky, from starting P10 all the way up to P5. Obviously, that is from the harsh driver of Rich, hitting Blitz and Football Dog, who's now actually in the pit lane. He's actually pit off his...
He's getting his front wing changed.
He did have his front wing changed. We'll see Blitz moving down 4 positions, but Felix has moved up 2, so that puts him into P7 and some good points for the McLaren team. Sparky's still the highest mover. He's still P5. He's around 8 tenths behind Sub-Zero, who's also around 9 tenths behind Jakuta. That gap is slowly forming. As I say that, it's slowly going down. He's now around 7 tenths behind the Ferrari driver as Impulse still leads the way. But now only by 4
he made up 8 tenths. He made 8 tenths up in that one lap. He's going to have DRS here.
Tenths.
He is going to have DRS right on board with Leandro as they make their way down the main straight. Leandro's the 1:10.9, new fast lap at the Grand Prix. Of course, no fastest lap points here in the sprint race, only in the actual race. It's a little bit overclass. As Rich, like I said, caught out by a 10-second penalty as he's going to retire from this Grand Prix with a 10-second penalty. Something you don't want to see. I said the cursed phrase, but something you don't want to see around
that's
here.
Another take off the box. I have to have a shot later now. God damn it, Andrew.
As we see Leandro getting closer and closer to the back of Impulse, it just seems like he's really locked in here this race. As he loses a bunch of positions off the start, but he's now slowly closing in, reeling Impulse in. He is going to get DRS here on this next straight, but this is quite possibly the worst DRS zone ever in F1. You cannot overtake around here. Of course, Sparky still the biggest mover, 5 places up. We have Sub-Zero 4 places up from the start. Yo, take over. Hello?
do a sprint later if you want to try.
What time?
8:30.
Maybe.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm driving, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, Golden! I muted the wrong mic. I've had you muted this whole time. Oh no!
Oh God.
Oh, I'm so
oh,
sorry.
God.
Oh,
Oh
no!
God.
Disaster
Oh, God.
class. Commentary
What have you
disaster
done?
class. We see Sub-Zero here up.
Shit.
Of course, biggest mover is Sparky and Sub-Zero. I haven't done this in 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Leandro, still 3/10 behind. He's even closer than before. Almost making contact coming out of turn 10. Making their way down to turn 11 and turn 12. Of course, this DRS zone, completely negligible. There's no overtaking opportunity in this corner. As we see Quoto dropping, or JR Quoto falling so far behind Leandro, just cannot keep the pace up. As Impulse
He may
now,
also be overtaken by Sub-Zero,
and
who's
here we
just
go.
behind him as well.
Here comes Leandro, possibly getting a good run. Impulse going to try and break the toe, but Leandro going back to the racing line as he does get past for the lead. No, Impulse down the inside still. Quoto with the Leandro with the switchback. They're going to almost make contact coming down to turn 3 and 4. Turn 3 and 4. Turn 3 and 4.
Yep. 2 and 3.
Turn 3.
No, 2 is a small left.
Yeah,
Sorry.
2 and 3.
Yep. You got it right the first time. Sorry.
How is that not a corner? Anyway.
I don't know.
Wait, Leandro takes the lead of this Dutch Grand Prix here. They make their way down
It's
into
a sprint, but we move.
Yeah, or the sprint race here.
You
We'll
say,
ride on
calm
board
down,
with
mate.
Impulse.
You
We
can
see
say what you can say what you're
JR Quoto has been overtaken by Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is up 5 positions from where he started. He's flying here around Zandvoort. As Sparky seems to be tumbling his way slowly down the grid as Blitz now catching up to the back of him. Of course, points down to 10th here for the sprint. 10th position. Same formula as the sprint, or as the real F1 sprint. So SJ Blitz is going to try and maybe make a move here on Sparky, making their way down onto the start-stop straight. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to try and make a move. He's going to make a move to the inside. That's going to be a slam dunk pass for the driver, SJZ Blitz. Of course, the next driver behind will be Football Dog, but 25 seconds. I don't think he'll be able to close that gap. As we see, Quoto does pass Sub-Zero, and Impulse very close to the back of Leandro, making their way into Sector 2. What will he be able to do as they make their way through these few corners, going down the next DRS straight? Again, completely negligible. Does not matter. There's nothing you can do to overtake someone. If someone makes a move this race, I will be very shocked.
I will salute to them and I will have another shot.
Yeah. So we see.
Was there a
there's
lock
yellow
up from
flag.
Leandro? It's a caution sector 2. I think
Yellow
that
flag.
is
It's Felix off the road as Sparky's going to gain a position from that. Could be up the P7. He's now close to the back of SJZ Blitz now. Let's see. Those soft tires seem to be kind of falling off a little bit for Sparky, and a lot of the soft drivers seem to be struggling a little bit. But everyone else in the mediums are kind of just hanging out, chilling. So of course the race leaders are on softs. 2 laps to go in this sprint race. So Impulse still very close to the back of Leandro. The gap slowly increasing, though. I wonder if the gap's going to start increasing at all. One little mistake from Impulse, it means Leandro can run away with the rest of this Grand Prix. JR Quoto still running in P3, Sub-Zero still very close behind. The next 2 closest drivers are Sparky and SJZ Blitz. Of course, now Sparky does have that 11-second gap to the car behind of Felix. So he has a little bit of breathing room. He can just kind of drive his race and hopefully maybe capitalize at the end of the race with a drag race to catch SJZ Blitz. Impulse now making the way into the DRS zone after turn 10. What will Impulse do here? Will he be able to get him? No, he won't. Going down to turns 11 and 12. Now making their way up to the banking here in a moment. It's a very, very close race still between these two, and also, of course, still P4 and P3 are very close as well. So podium positions to be decided. Not so much podium positions, but where they will all finish on the podium, or if they will even finish on the podium at all. Impulse has an amazing run of the banking, making his way into turn 1. He's not going to be late enough on the brakes to catch Leandro here. We're on our final lap now. Of course, Leandro doesn't really want to be in front, as
Mm-hmm.
Impulse really does not want to be in front here, as he won't get the DRS. on the next race. This was a crash behind of Quoto has gone off. So that might have solidified the podium position for Sub-Zero here, as Sparky's going to get past him as well. But Quoto now on the back of Sparky. So will they be able to fight the line as well? Impulse still very, very close to the back of Leandro. The gap is getting smaller and smaller every time. 4 tenths separate them coming into turn 10. It's a little snap from Impulse. And that could just be what... Oh! Wait! Leandro's seemingly driving very slow.
Is he low on fuel?
No.
No. None of them are low on fuel. I don't know what that was for.
Okay, yellow flag there, but now we have to cut back. So we see it's gonna be a drag race to the line, but who will get it? It's, Leandro's gonna win by 700th of a second. We see Sparky and Blitz, or Sparky and Quoto, or JR Quoto, coming to the final corner.
It's
Quoto's
Blitz.
gonna run a little bit
He's
wide.
low on fuel.
Quoto's gonna run a little bit wide. He's not. Maybe he'll be able to get Sparky through here, but he's gonna be able to snipe Blitz. Oh my God! What was the gap? 400ths between Quoto and Sparky. As Sparky's going to take P5 here, Quoto take P6. And SJ and his heartbreak for Blitz as he is on low fuel mode and is unable to get the power down. Just can't cross the line before those two. Heartbreak for the Aston Martin team as they had an amazing qualifying. One of them crashed on the start and one of them runs out of fuel just as they're about to cross the line. Oh my gosh, what a sprint! I think that might be our
very exciting sprint.
That might be our first few crashes, like big crashes in Tier 2, I think.
It's wild, really. Just it just really shows how clean these drivers can be. And some, I'm not going to name names, but some people, maybe in Tier 2, or Tier 1, I should say, really need to look at themselves with some of this. Don't want to put too many shade to fellow drivers in Tier 1, but just maybe this race will be a little bit of an outlier with the crashes and everything. But
so the sprint race results there.
He's still qualifying to get hold of, and me and Andrew will
full race
will definitely
or a full race to go.
And the two of us will be right here to talk each other ear off.
Yeah. And to possibly
do you mind if I talk
off
during a qualifying, mate? Wow.
So you guys are gonna have to deal with us out here.
Yep. And we're not leaving you anytime soon. We'll be back next week doing the same thing over again until the rest of the season. And if you do want to see us actually race, Tier 1 will be tomorrow, as Andrew previously said at that time. Andrew will be fighting for big points, and I'll be fighting to actually keep my seat. So it is going to be a wild ride in Tier 1 tomorrow at Jeddah. So obviously Jeddah is not the best track for me, but I did set a decent time in practice with a good mate of mine, Squirt. As you see, a couple of drivers now coming out of the pits for qualifying. Almost a bit of an unsafe release there from the Williams of Impulse.
Of
course, unsafe release is not.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
There it goes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Leaving the pit lane here. Rich also out of the pits. He seems to be the first one out. Wants a little bit of redemption for that sprint race, of course. Taken out pretty early on, I think, on the first lap. Second lap. Rich.
Rich was the first lap coming up to the I think it's turns 5 and 6.
He's here for some redemption, of course, with being taken out in the sprint race. Also, I was going to say something, I forget now. He's had some pretty big shoes to fill here. His teammate is not here, and Shaw Caleb, who actually earned himself a little penalty after last race for an unsafe rejoin, taking out one of the Ferraris. I think it was JR Quoto. In the previous race around Baku. Or was it the last race?
Baku.
Yeah. Around Baku, last race. And we also, or I guess who he's replacing in Damien, as Damien is now topping the times in Tier 1, who apparently shouldn't have been in Tier 2, because he's I'm falling
Absolutely
over.
not.
He's kicking butt in Tier 1, so a lot quicker than me, a
I'm
lot
falling
quicker
and I
than
can't
Golden.
get up.
Maybe I should be in Tier 2. I'm kidding.
Absolutely not, mate. If there's anyone that's going to be a tier 2, it's probably going to be me. But anyway, a couple drivers are on their flying laps. You will take a look. I'm actually going to take a look at Sub-Zero in the beautiful V-Carb. He's on the Inters tyres. So that I'm not really going to bother. We're going to Jack Quoto here.
We're going to jump to Rich.
And,
Rich. He's the first one out. He's the first one leading this
okay.
pack of cars on their qualifying lap. He's going to make his way down to turn 11 and turn 12. He's going to set a fastest first sector. See if Impulse does the same. Impulse does not set a fastest second sector. It's going to be Rich who holds on to that. As he makes his way through turn 14.
Just yam that from his little droppy ends. Someone just taking a sector 1 from Rich as he comes to the line here. Gonna do a flyer. It's a 109.8. Decent time to start us off with.
Very, very quick time. Of course, now with the sprint qualifying, not as much rubber laid on the track. A lot less confidence. You haven't done a race. You haven't done a qualifying. Now gets into the real meat and potatoes of this. We get the true pace from these drivers are going to come out now. As Football Dog's still in the pits. Sub-Zero's going to come around to try and finish his lap, of course, on those lovely Inter tires. With a 114, of course, Inter tires on a dry track. Not the fastest ever, but we'll see what he'll be able to do come his soft tire runs. Doesn't want to burn us with softs. Completely valid. He'll probably get 2 more runs on a soft. And it's Rich making his way back into the pit lane. And Quoto also on a flying lap here as he begins about to finish sector 2. We'll see what he can do. No, he's not flying. He looks like he's recharging. Not sure if he's setting a flying lap or not. I can't really tell. Driving pretty slowly. So Leandro's out on his out lap. We have Felix out on an out lap. We have Oliveira in the Alpine. We didn't see much of him last race. I don't really know what happened to him last race. He did qualify P3. He did finish P4. I just didn't see him last race really. As he's on a flying lap. We'll see as he makes way down turn 11, turn 12. Blitz gonna set the fastest lap of the or get provisional pole here with a 109.3. 5 tenths off, or 5 tenths faster than Rich. Here comes Oliveira on the final corner. We'll see what he can do. Makes his way up to the line, and it's going to be a 1:10 or 1:10.3. It's pretty rapid, pretty quick. Only 5 tenths off. 1 second separates the top 3 drivers. There's yellow flag as Quoto's gone off to let the Aston Martin of Blitz through. Blitz is not on a flying lap, I don't think, unless he is. He's pushing that car. He's recharging. I don't think he is on a flyer. Anyone on a flyer here? Leandro's on a flyer. Him and Sparky.
And Felix.
Him and Sparky hand in hand here. I think Sparky might have given him a toe up that straight. As Sparky falling very close behind Leandro. Having a little bit of a shake coming out of turn 4. So they begin sector 2. Still basically driving tandem with each other as they make their way into sector 2. So Leandro is still pretty far ahead on those medium tires. We'll see what he can do. So he's going to make his way through turn 10 onto the useless DRS straight. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. The useless straight. So there's a Williams pulled off, or Alpine pulled off the side. It's great sportsmanship from Oliveira, so you don't impede his lap. And we'll see what Leandro is able to do here. Makes his way to the final banking up to the line. Let's see what he can do. And he's going to come across with a 1:11.3. It's not too fast on the medium tires. Sparky going to go a little bit faster on the softs as he had a toe for the whole lap. I think Sparky now not on low fuel. Felix is a 1:10.7. Football Dog, or B-Dot, still yet to leave the pits. I don't know where he is at, but he's going to make his way out soon, I assume, or I hope. Yeah. We'll have a little bit of downtime here, Golden. Do we have anything? Oh, Felix has spun into the wall. Again. Felix backs himself out, does resafe jointly, and yeah.
Resafe jointly is a great English language there, Andrew.
That's a joke. You know about Jimmy Broadbent, man. You know about Jimmy Broadbent. It's
Yeah,
JR Quoto's
absolutely.
back on an outlap on the same set of softs, so I wonder if he's really trying to save a few sets of softs for the race. Of course, I think it's 28 laps around Zandvoort.
Yep.
I think, yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, I need to look
Jack
up.
Quato did go into the pits, I think, so he's on a brand new spanking soft
No,
tires.
he's not. He's on
Sweet.
2-lap old
He's
softs. It says here, yeah. Yellow
On
flag,
my
sector
side
1.
it
That's
says-
Rich making way for the Red Bull of Sparky, you know, of Leandro, who's on
Leandro.
his in lap. Leandro's done.
Come on, you had to over,
It
mate.
goes P through. Big P3. P3 on those mediums.
Pay through. Okay, well, we've got some new analogies today. We got meat and potatoes. We got
You've never heard of
what was
potatoes
it?
before?
No, I've never heard anyone say meat and potatoes before. We're getting
It's
sidetracked
like-
though.
It's like you know like a meat pie, the meat and potatoes and the meat pie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the whole sustenance of the meal.
Oh, sustenance.
That's the whole. That's
Yeah,
where all
fucking hell.
the caloric values in the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. No,
But-
we don't consider the pastry here on IRL. We
It's
consider the meat
negligible.
and
It's
potatoes.
negligible.
It's just there as a side. It's like it's third wheeling.
It's like Robin to
dish is meat and
Batman.
potato.
You know, Robin doesn't do much.
Uh-huh.
I think
I
the
would-
chat
I
isn't
would've
working.
said,
I'm realizing I don't think the chat is working. I'm gonna pull up the chat doc, so I actually see if people are yapping in the chat. Let's see. No one isn't. Oh no, we do. We do have a lot of people in the chat. Damien's here. Hello, Damien. I'm a little late to the party.
Hello,
I'll
Damien.
answer you guys. For some reason, the bottom chat isn't working, so I'll have to fix that. I'll have to. Quoto's going to set the fastest middle sector. JR Quoto's going to set the fastest second sector. Makes him into turn 14. Here he comes, running up to the line. Let's see what he'll be able to do here.
He's ridden 2 seconds quicker as well on this lap, which is an absolute. Oh, gee. Ahoy! Calm
Wow.
down, Jack Quato. A 110.2.
So very
Puts him up
rapid.
into
And on.
P3.
No, he is on fresh softs. Never mind.
Someone tell Andrew, maybe.
Someone lied. I
Clean your
lied.
glass a little bit. On my end, it said he was on fresh sauce.
I would like you guys to please ignore any coughs you hear for the next few minutes. We're going to ignore them, okay? For anyone who's in the chat. We're going to ignore the coughs that may be
Yeah.
coming in a few minutes.
Yeah,
So,
watch out. That man is highly
so
contagious.
Sub-Zero here. So that's a 110.3. Very close. I'm loving this, man. The field spread is a lot tighter than it was for the last few races. So
Yep.
it seems that we finally found our tier 2 drivers.
And we're
course.
talking to one right now. Way.
Nah.
Yep. We will see though. There's 7 minutes
Sub-Zero
45
is
left
still.
in the
I
session.
don't know if Sub-Zero is still pushing on a lap, but it seems like he is. He's really
absolutely
throwing the
flying
car
apart.
everywhere.
He's on low
Oh, he's
fuel.
gonna ride it. He's gonna go for the gravel.
Whoa,
Oh,
Logan
almost hitting the
Sargent.
wall. Almost hitting the wall. Saves his front wing. Saves his tires. And he ends
Save
up
some of
getting
your
back in
dignity, maybe.
track. Weren't
Oh
you
man,
cough for coming?
Andrew's
Soul says don't diss Logan. It's, Rich does have the fastest second sector. He's going to be coming through the final corner here. He's on. Let's see what he can do. He's going to come across the line with a 1:09.7. Does improve his time, but not his position. Not too bad from the British driver in the American team. With the Japanese sponsor, he's going to have a little snap on his in-lap. Yeah. Wow. Looking lovely. Let's see if he'll do a Logan Sargent through here. Does not pull a Logan Sargent, he's fine.
Does not pull a Logan Sargent. Rich is on
Looks like he's
low
on
fuel.
low fuel. Yep, I
Sector 2.
can tell by the drowning of his engine. It just seems like everything cut out. He does improve his lap on old hards though, so I want to see what pace he
Hards?
has on fresh or fresh soft tires. Listen.
Never knew hard tires on the yellow rims. Oh God, okay. Andrew here is having a bit of hay fever maybe. He's allergic to good driving.
Hey.
Yeah.
I have my moments.
No, it's because I'm here, brother. Anyway, still caution check 3. Rich is going to slowly trundle his way into the pit lane.
You can call him
And
Martin
he's
Trundle.
still original P2. Trundle.
Martin Trundle.
Well,
Martin Brundle.
Martin Trundle into the pit lane. I should say Martin Brundle into the pit lane, actually. We're like Martin Brundle and Crofty here, mate. The only thing is Martin Brundle
I realize
and
that's what
Crofty.
we're having a little self-reflection moment here. I realize this is what we need.
Yep.
What we really need here is some more banter in the comm box, and I'm happy
Absolutely.
that I'm back here and that here with my good friend GoldenSniper here, of course.
Hello.
You know.
We're not introducing each other like the fucking intro, brother. We've already done that.
You know,
you already have schizophrenia, do you?
What are the animals from Ice Age that Lando and Oscar always get compared to? I don't know.
I don't know. I know, Max is Sid the Sloth. I know.
But like,
what are the two little ferrets?
Little ferrets.
What are they called? Ed and it's like I can't remember actually. I remember watching Ice Age like last year.
Impulse is out on a lot though. Wait, Impulse is cooking here a little bit. Let's see. What can he
cooking.
do? Let's see what Impulse can do around the lovely, twisty, windy circuit of Zandvoort. One of my personal favorite tracks. I love the short track time. Sam said Zach Brown is the mammoth, and I agree with that 100%. That is the most accurate thing ever. Thank you for that, Sam. That's a good one.
Yes.
Who's Christian Horner? He's like the pirate one.
The pirate one? Oh, Buck!
Impulse running very close to the wall. Impulse gonna go back in the pits.
It's fucking Buck, mate. What do you mean?
Yeah, they got the
Buck is Christian Horner. He's trying to protect his little his little pumpkin of Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just looking through the Wikipedia of all the Crash and Eddie. Those are the two little ferret things. Eddie. Crash and Eddie are the two little guys who are getting into mischief.
Yeah.
Backing up. Who's Manny? Who did Zach Brown? What about Scrat? The little
Oh, dude.
The little creature jumping his fucking acorn. Why is Joey going?
I don't know.
That is the most awkward driver comparison I've heard. I don't know why Joey going.
Lance Stroll. That's better.
trying to chase his dad's money, eh?
Yeah, it's the nut is an F1 seat, so.
What about Diego? I don't know what he is.
The saber-tooth
He's
tiger.
the saber-tooth tiger.
Look at that. I don't know, like. Doesn't Seth Rogen voice him?
No.
This feels like a late night Le Mans commentary moment.
It is Skylar Stone, and then you got that was one of the newer ones, and then you got Rick Pasqualone, who was in Dawn of the Dinosaurs in the video game. And then you had Dennis Leary.
Pause.
Yeah.
There was an Ice Age video game?
Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs video game.
What device was it on?
We will have a look right now. This is
to anyone watching this race replay. Oh my gosh! Do
not question it. It is a 2009 platform video game by Activision. It was released on Xbox 360, Wii, PS2, PS3, Windows, Nintendo DS, and in iOS. So
I'm downloading. 1 second.
We've gone off qualifying, and Andrew
It's okay.
Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
A second, you can
He's gonna
commentate
like Dawn of the Dinosaurs on whatever. Yes, he's
Ice Age Adventures, Ice Age Village.
I think they got rid of it because it's an old game.
It's gone.
So I think you'd have to buy it second hand, which is sad.
Ice Age Village, its like cover image is actually Crash and Eddie.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Discover one of the greatest successes on the App Store and embark on a delightful
Watching Sector
journey
1, that
through
is,
the
that
Ice
is,
Age.
Oliveira's actually spun off in Sector 2, but the yellow flags have come out for a Jerkuto in Sector 1. So both of the AXV drivers there having a bit of spin on their flying laps. They won't be able to improve, and that'll put their qualifying in the bin unless they can get right to the line in time. They have 30 seconds left before the checker flag drops. It looks like Oliveira was actually in his outlap, so he'll be completely fine to come up to the line. He's coming to the banking now, braking. Lovely. It is only an outlap, but he's still absolutely flying. Andrew, mate, please take over before I waffle my head off. Okay, Andrew has decided to tell me to go fuck myself. Anyway, with 2 seconds on as there, Jacoito spins on just before Sector 3, and there he's got front wing damage, and he's qualifying over. So he will for now be a net P5, as Blizz has also had a moment coming out of Sector 2. All these drivers just having a bit of a slippage here and there.
Sorry guys.
As you come across the 9, that is Jack Cuoto coming into the pit. And coming now is an Aston Martin, who is unable to improve his time. Football dog.
Football dog only gets one lap in. Rich gonna retire in the pit lane. We have Oliveira.
Oliveira's on a flyer. Caution Sector 3, that is just someone coming out of the pits.
It's Rich, who retired in the pit lane.
Yep.
We have Oliveira. Into the final corner here. He's gonna make it up to the line. So
will he improve on a 109.3? Coming across the line, getting the optimal line. It's a 109.8.
He's gonna improve
so that
his time,
means Impulse, who's coming around now on his cooldown lap, will qualify P1 for the race in the Williams. P2 Blitz, a great recovery from his initial sprint mishap, and Leandro will take it home for P3 in qualifying for the Dutch Grand Prix.
Yeah, wow.
Almost reminds me of a...
Half of it was a yap session, the other...
the last 2-3 minutes may have been a bit odd. Andrew, on the topic of Ice Age, who would you say your favourite character would be? Out of all the characters.
In Ice Age, it gotta be Scrat, right?
In Ice Age, we are including Scrat.
Oh yeah, of course. He's like the best character in the movie.
Personally, for me, I'd say Diego. I don't know why.
He's kind of sick. I like the Mammoth. Okay, people used to compare me to the Mammoth.
Oh, Manny.
Yeah, I used to.
Which
have
one, Manny? The female one, or their daughter?
If anyone can find this TikTok, you can make fun of it as much as possible. It's on like a very old TikTok account of mine. And basically, it was a video of me comparing myself to Manny from Ice Age, because I used to have hair. I used to have hair like Manny. Oh shoot! People are gonna bring up and be telling them, didn't do my job.
Sorry.
Didn't do my job.
Do your job, buddy. Do your job. But for now, it looks like a bit of an overcast session here in Zandvoort. We'll have the Dutchies around here. We'll have the what do they call it? The Orange Army. No Max Verstappen today, so they're going to be sorely disappointed that their Pookie Bear is not there. But you see people in the Paddock Club having a great time, and we're going to have a great time in the commentary box here in the race.
You only got the bit of qualifying. You're going to wait till the race. Please make this exciting if you want to avoid more Ice Age talk. Because, yeah.
Are you saying I'm gonna speak for most of the race? Whilst you try to do harmless Ice Age jokes and try to throw me off?
Yeah, it was actually a very old TikTok of mine. I'm gonna go back on this topic real quick. Yeah. A very, very old TikTok of mine, where I compared myself to Manny from Ice Age, and like it blew up. Like it had like
it blew up.
Like 200,000 likes on TikTok, I think.
Oh.
Which is it's just one of those like random ass viral videos
famous.
that you post, and
it's famous. I tell you.
Like, I don't know
Get a
if anyone else
signature of that
understands
man.
that, where you have like one post and it blows up and nothing else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got made fun of in the comments. It was really funny.
How
actually,
old are
like,
you? Fucking 7.
I was like 16, dude. This was like COVID. It was like COVID.
1738.
So it's like what,
8.
5 years ago. Ah,
God,
sorry,
brother.
What the hell? I was 15.
Brother, we're the same. Oh God.
We are gonna ready up now.
God. Please don't ready up now. It's we're supposed to have a nice break talking about Ice Age, and
Yeah.
Andrew here comparing himself to Manny from Ice Age. I just said Ice Age twice in the same sentence in 5 seconds. Please, someone stop me before I go into an induced frenzy. So the drivers just waiting for their strategies. People in the paddock club are still going absolutely full limbs.
Do you see them up? Do you see them up there cheering?
Yeah.
I never noticed that until right now. I hate you for that. Dan said, "Golden, you are Ice Age." That is not a grammatically correct sentence. Anyway, here we go. The race is going to start.
I am Ice Age.
Here we go.
Is it because I'm that old?
It's time for the
anyway.
real Grand Prix. Lights out. Not lights out. Lights are going out.
It is
Now,
lights out and away we go.
I have to fix things. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Oh, good. Anyway, that is a great start from Impulse down the first corner. Almost contacted. As you see, Felix in the background spins off the very first corner of the GP. And they'll put him in a very, very compromising position as Oliveira gets overtaken by Sparky. The two Aston Martins hit into each other. Fuck, I had a massive voice crack. As Blitz hits into his teammate and spears him off track.
About that one. So we have, he now gets overtaken by Felix. He's going to be missing an end plate there. So we have
and a bit of his
Blitz,
front wing.
who I don't know if Blitz is missing any front wing. He doesn't have any damage. I don't know if Felix has any damage. No.
Contact almost there from Sparky and the Aston Martin. They go side by side around the corner. Blitz has a much better exit from the Red Bull, coming up to the most pointless DRS zone, even without DRS. That zone is completely pointless for overtaking. It's a very chaotic here in the start of Tier 2 as Impulse will make his way down the banking as he comes into lap 2. He will lead the race as DRS will surely be there it is. It will be enabled as a 1:15.8 starts us off with the fastest lap. He's still in front, so that time will slowly go down and down as it did have a standing start. Yeah, Impulse coming up to the end of the middle of Sector 1. He's still in front of Leandro, who's about 4 tenths behind him. We got Rich in P3. It is a great thing for him. He's moved up 1 position as Blitz has moved down to 4. As he's now come all the way back up to P6. He's passed Oliveira and Sparky after his shenanigans with his teammate.
Oh, he's going to go wide! Impulse out into the gravel! See, Rich goes into P2. Impulse down to P4 now as Sub-Zero comes through. Down to P5.
He's actually down to
Impulse
P5.
leaving 5 places off of 1 mistake. This is going to give Leandro so much breathing room now to run away. And Impulse is going to have wasted that set of softs. As Leandro can now just kind of charge away on the mediums unless Rich can get close enough to him. I think Impulse just went wide there. Got a little bit of oversteer.
I'm not sure what actually happened. That's very uncharacteristic from him.
Yeah, going into
you really see mistakes from Impulse. You can see he's just much faster than the pack in front of him. It's Sub-Zero does almost let him by. He does move a little bit to the side, trying to see if he can catch the
side by side still though. They're still side by side.
It is absolute carnage. As there is a Haas going wide a little bit. That is a Rich. He's going a little bit wide off the entrance of the first corner, trying to fight the Ferrari as he hits the back of the Blitz.
No, is this really close? Is this really close? Really close.
There's a caution in Sector 1 again. Felix having another spin at the back. He's had a very poor start to his GP, but if he does keep it he will gain points. So please, Felix, if you are watching the stream, I know it's not a good position for you right now, my man. Please do not retire. You will still gain points for your team. Please.
Please. To get points.
Yeah.
Also,
here we are. We have Leandro in front.
Impulse still in, or Sub-Zero now up into P2 as him and Impulse have been fighting out. Leandro just running away. 2.6 seconds to gap.
Blitz and Rich have touched each other yet again, and that will put both of them in a massive spin as Oliveira will pass both, and Sparky actually. So both the Blitz and Rich coming together, finding once in the sprint and again in the actual race itself.
Does Rich have? Rich has no damage. Blitz also has
Rich
no
has no
damage.
damage, and Blitz, I'm not sure if he has damage from either
Doesn't
hitting
look
his
like
teammate.
it. So they are still very much in this
No.
race. Like, of course, safety car brings everyone back together. You know,
But there
Blitz,
is no
just as he
safety car
seemed to be
now.
recovering, he tumbles back down. As Rich as well made his way into a really good position, even though he had a spin, still was up there. As we see, Leandro still in the lead. Impulse now in P2. Let's see if he'll be able to run away from Sub-Zero. Of course, oh, someone hit a brake marker. I don't know where that was. Quote, someone is hitting brake markers.
Someone has actually twatted those brake markers, you silly boy.
I think it was a glitch. I think it was a glitch.
I think Sub-Zero just locked up the tiniest bit from the other smoke, and it just maybe looked like the brake marker was broken. No one actually went off track.
I don't know.
But
Can we get a replay of the
Impulse
stream?
is
Anyone else see that?
gaining
I
on
need to watch
Leandro.
Felix. See what
He
it's
did
like.
cut the lead down. He's
Is
cut the
that
lead
just
from
like
about
a
3 seconds to
game glitch?
2.4, just off the edge of that second part of the
This is
lap.
a game glitch,
Sorry,
okay?
Angie, please continue.
No, it was just a glitch. We're good. Okay, Impulse.
No, good.
Now gaining slowly on AXV here. Or, sorry, of Leandro up in P1. Sub-Zero and Quoto also, or JR Quoto, there's two of them, is still very close behind. This pack, of course, probably won't break for a while. Quoto, or JR Quoto is going to have the best of it all because he is on the medium tires. So once the two in front of him inevitably pit, he's going to have some clean air and really stretch his legs out as long as he doesn't lose too much time to Oliveira behind. Of course, 4 seconds the gap to him, but also on that medium tire. So, and he's going to have clean air now, unless the DRS will build a gap a little bit, but Quoto needs to cut through this pack a little bit, stretch his legs out, and then run away from
Ooh,
Oliveira.
Impulse had a bit of a sound coming out of the exit out of turn. I can't remember what turn it is, but the corner torn from the DRS straight.
I think the
He's
first
still,
few signs of tire wear are kicking in here. Our biggest loser here, sadly, is SS.
What? Don't say it like that, brother. That just sounds like you've insulted them.
He loses the most positions off
The
of
biggest
starting.
loser. You are the biggest loser. It's just some 700-pound fat absolute giant of a
Oh,
man.
Sparky gonna have a massive spin off of turn 14 though. I caught that. As Blitz is gonna lose his front wing.
He hits the back of the wall as well, just to get out of the way from Rich.
So he might
He's
maybe facing some rear wing damage there. Hopefully not for Sparky, but I don't think Sparky has any front, like any actual car damage. But Blitz does.
I mean, he just dipped his tire into the grass.
I don't know if Blitz.
That's maybe what.
Blitz didn't change his
caused him to
front
spin.
wing though. Blitz forgets to change his front wing in the pits. Sparky
silly,
with no
silly
damage. I don't really think that was on Sparky because he just had a spin. Of course, there's nothing you can really do to avoid that. Poor Blitz though, losing an end
Oh,
plate.
I think there is re-wing damage. Sparky has a moment again, braking the end of I think turn 3.
He may have some.
So there
rear
may
wing
have been
damage.
re-wing damage after collecting the wall behind
And of
him,
course, that
trying
you
to get
cannot
back on
fix.
track.
You cannot fix rear wing damage. Sparky was running so well. We'll see if it's the truth coming through here as well. Might have just lost the rear end of the car. Of course, maybe the rear tires would have overheated from the spin, so he might just have a little bit worse tire wear. So yeah, he still seems okay. The car seems to be sticking kind of well. Maybe touch the curb or something. You know, anything could have happened. Of course, Football Dog also missing a front end plate. That's both Aston Martin drivers suffering with the exact same damage on their car. So they're both going to probably come into the pits to try and fix that. But of course, a double stack with a rear wing or with a wing change, not the best thing. Blitz now still continuing to drive as he makes his way through turn 14. Felix very close behind him. Of course, Felix without wing damage, he's going to be gaining on Blitz ever so slightly every lap. Blitz now on the hard tires. He's going to be going to the end of the race. As we see Leandro in P1 still building a massive gap of 4.1 seconds. JR Quoto moves up a place. Sub-Zero loses a place. Oliveira is where he's... Oh, Oliveira having a half spin coming out onto the useless DRS straight. So Rich going to get a chance now to get close behind him.
You haven't muted me this time, have you, Andrew? By accident? Have you muted me like you did in the sprint quality, the sprint race? Good man, good man.
I did, you're good.
So just make sure everything's in check.
We're good.
Yeah.
Mic test, mic test. Okay, well, yellow
so
flag.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Jack Cueto.
What? Is that what happened to him?
Jack Cueto every moment coming out of the first corner. Oh, that's sorry, turn 2 and 3.
But there's a massive yellow flag. There's 3 cars super close behind the back here. Sparky, Felix, and Blitz. As they're going to make their way into turn 14.
I thought you said fucking Phoenix for a second.
No, they're
Hang
going
on
to
a
be close. They're
minute.
going to be close. They're going to be close. Here they come, all within DRS range of each other. The only one with wing damage. Sparky going to pull into the pits. As I think he's going to hop off those medium tires. But Blitz,
10
Sparky with
seconds
a
speed of
10 second
Sparky.
penalty for speed. I told you it was going to catch someone out.
Mhm.
Anyway, is Felix still losing time to Blitz? Blitz, of course, on those fresh, hard tires with wing damage, but still, the tire difference still makes the tires make a big difference, especially around a track like Zandvoort with lots of heavy braking zones. As Sub-Zero still sticking very close. There's a yellow flag.
Caution
Leandro!
sector 3.
That's Leandro!
That's Leandro.
Leandro is but our race leader has spun coming into turn 12. Fuck. Anyway.
Whoa,
he makes his way through
you
turn
are.
14, and now we'll have to pull in the pit. I think he might have damage unless it's just those tires are sucking some massive balls. I don't know. It looks like he does have he is missing a front end plate, so disaster for the Red Bull team as Sparky falls down to last place with a 10-second penalty, and now Leandro also tumbling down the field after a spin and now having to pit and a wing change. But of course, it's not over yet. Football Dog will only now catch him, so he still rejoins in P8. Oh, he's gonna hit the wall and exit though. He doesn't have any damage, it doesn't seem to. He is going to hit the wall and exit. What the heck? There's a V-carb in P2, and actually, you want to hear a fun fact, Golden?
Go on.
V-carb have 0 points in Tier 2, and now Sub-Zero running P2 here in Zandvoort. This is going to be massive points for the V-carb team, and they might actually... there's no Saubers in this race, and there's no Mercedes.
No.
Hey, there's no Mercedes, there's no Saubers, so they will take P8 in the Tier 2 standings.
If it does say that, but they still do have to pit off those soft tyres, and the people behind them are on medium, so the tyres will last a little bit. That's a little bit longer. As Impulse again takes the lead, and that is a Felix in the background having another unfortunate moment just at the middle part of Sector 2.
Completely unrelated. His helmet is awesome.
Whose? Felix.
Felix's.
It's
actually
really it matches McLaren so well.
No, it is the it looks a lot like the McLaren helmet. It's actually nice.
It does. Oh god.
All right.
Maybe just copying and pasting. We're just glazing for the sake of glazing.
No, he needs a team. He's really committed to the McLaren team, as we see. Using the McLaren helmet.
As a.
See, Sparky. Does Sparky have a special helmet? Yes, he does. Cool. Anyway.
This is we're getting off track here, mate.
Sub-Zero still leading, or still in P2. Impulse still
Sub-Zero's leading. We're just getting Impulse against today.
Did Leandro go on hard? Leandro did go on hard. I wonder if Impulse is going to opt for the medium tire, and I wonder he's going to pit this lap, isn't he? No, he's not.
No, he's
Yellow
not.
flag, Sector 1. It's Sparky. He's spun coming around turn 4, 3.
He spun hard.
Ha ha ha. So Impulse.
That wasn't a joke.
Sub-Zero gonna dive into the pits here. So he's gonna put on another set of medium tires. Did he start on medium?
Does he know that there's allocated tires and he has to pit on? Maybe.
No, he was on softs.
He's hoping.
No, he was on softs.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. We're good.
No,
Sorry.
Okay.
Souls did not
I
mean to
thought
stress
him
you out.
I thought him and Impulse were the only soft tier tire. I literally just said that a lap ago and I've already forgotten.
I thought Souls would have a little mini heart attack there for a second. I'm gonna pull up the tire wear chart here so we can see the tire wear. These lovely tier 2
detailed
drivers.
analysis.
So Impulse 10 laps on those soft tires is now starting to lose a lot of time to JR Quoto. So I wonder if those soft tires are falling away now. Of course, JR and Oliveira, all the medium tire runners, are going to have to extend for a long time on those medium tires if they want to go into the softs. Impulse getting very close to the wall on exit turn 14 there. He's losing a lot of time to JR Quoto. I think he lost almost 7/10 that lap. in terms of time. He was 4 seconds ahead. That gap now down to 3.3, 3.4. Impulse maybe made a little mistake to lose a bunch of time to JR Quoto. What do we think, Golden? What do we think that Impulse is going to do? Is he going to go on the hards, or is he going to opt for the mediums, do you think? Oliveira didn't dive in the pits to go on hards. Of course, pitting 1 lap after Sub-Zero has opted to go into the hards rather than the mediums. Oh, but because he started on the mediums, that would make sense.
Yep.
So he doesn't want to.
What is the tire life looking for the medium so far? For the average.
They're looking okay. I'm thinking lap 15. A few of the drivers will pit for the soft tire. Do sort of what Sub-Zero did, where Sub-Zero did 10 laps on the soft, and then is now probably going to do 15 laps on the medium. So probably do the inverse of that. I was thinking Impulse would pit earlier than this, but he's just running away with this. Maybe waiting for Quote to catch up before he pits. I'm not sure. He is going to dive in the pits now, so he's going to come in. But can he get it slowed down in time? Impulse!
Oh, no, he hasn't.
With a 10-second time penalty. This is going to ruin his race.
And Quoto behind him will pit, so that flyer right now is Rich. He will stay out, so he will go P1.
Rich going 0 to hero, of course, having to pit on the first lap with wing damage, now takes the lead of this Grand Prix, or does he not? He does, by over 5 seconds. So Impulse will have to serve that 10-second penalty.
Wrong, 3 seconds, mate.
Of course, speeding in the pit lane, big no-no. You don't want to do that. It's
bad.
Slap on the wrist. He is going to have to pit again to serve that.
Oh,
so
I was going to say worse. I said give him some lashings.
A safety car, you can't serve them under safety cars, correct?
That is correct. You cannot do serving the pit lane penalties in the safety car. Actually,
so yeah, Sparky.
I'm not sure. It's all confusing.
Sparky is trying to unlap himself, I think. Unless that's not Sparky and that's someone else, and maybe they're closer together than I think.
Sparky is just up behind a football dog.
Okay, has just.
No, he's not actually. He's behind
Blitz.
Who's he behind? He's behind Blitz.
Ah.
So Sparky has been lapped by the top 7, which is worrying a little bit.
He had to serve a 10-second penalty and stuff, but here comes Rich in the pits. He's making sure that he slowed down to get into the pit lane, because he doesn't want to end up like Impulse, who now has a 10-second time penalty serve. Rich going to be on a fresh set of hard tires as he comes out of the pits. I sound confused because it's a little bit short.
There's only 11 laps. Yeah.
But
only 11 laps.
But I mean, he's not going to have bad tire wear. His tires are going to be beautiful for the rest of the race.
Brand spanking new shiny, just.
Oh, he's actually going to come out in this massive pack of cars though, with where Sparky is. Oliveira and Blitz, and he's going to be on those fresh hards, as opposed to Blitz on the 8-lap old and Oliveira on the 2-lap old. Rich could be a lot faster in these cars. He doesn't want to get held up for too long. Of course, Impulse, that 10-second time penalty, he has fallen about 20 seconds behind him. So at this rate, Rich cannot capitalize, but the top 4 all will. Leandro now back into a possible podium position as he's gaining on Quota, or JR Quoto. And also within almost 10-second penalty range of Impulse. These top 4 are running so close together, of course, only within about 10 seconds of each other. I will double check that information right now. So I pressed the wrong button multiple times. And then I move over to gap from the leader. So yeah, Leandro within 11 seconds of the leader. Even JR Quoto possibly getting something out of this. Of course, 9 seconds back. But if JR Quoto keeps losing time, might not be good. Maybe Impulse trying to build a 10-second gap and beat everyone out, maybe, but we'll have to see. He has a 2-lap tire advantage, but we know Sub-Zero is quick around here, and the tire wear could be bad. Let's see what happens. Any input, Mr. Sniper Man?
I have not been called that in so long, my friend.
Oh, this pack. Rich, still very close. Very close to the back alley. Yellow flag, sector 1. Football dog is spun. Again, he's going to DNF. He's going to retire on track, actually. So,
that's a big no-no. That's a very big no-no.
That is a very big no-no. If this causes a safety
The
car, if this causes a
it
safety
does
car, it
not.
is a very big no.
I
But
hope not.
the car needs to stop first. This is
It's
going to
a
be.
left session as well.
This has been noted. Yeah, you cannot retire on track. You have to retire in the pit lane. I don't
Big
think it's stated.
no-no.
I don't think it's stated in the rule book, but it's kind of just a common rule for every league.
It's a very what's the word? Very frowned upon. You will be called a very naughty boy. Not in a good way.
Sparky now will be unlapped. Will unlap himself from Football Dog
Whoa!
and also move up to P9. Make a few better points. There was no VSC, no safety car, which is surprising. Of course.
Just Lance Stroll deciding to park on track.
The reasoning for retiring on track not being allowed is because there's a chance that it causes a safety car. And of course,
just a note, Andrew. Sorry. Impulse is slightly lower on fuel. His fuel is actually on the yellow.
Is it?
The sign's actually on yellow.
Let me.
It's actually on yellow.
I don't have telemetry up, so.
If you do pull telemetry, the thing's on yellow. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that means he's low on fuel, like 0.5.
I try not to pull the telemetry up because I don't want to let people know what energy people are on. Means people will have dedicated engineers to do that for them. And if anyone's wondering, if anyone is wondering, if the grid does fill up, I'm thinking we'll probably throw the engineers to watch the Twitch stream. They'll be a little delayed, but they can at least see about what people's batteries are on, keep the telemetry up during the race, and then we can let people see. But right now, TPs are free to join as long as the grid isn't full. As we have our friend Davis, the Red Bull team principal, of course, in this lobby right now as well. Davis not here, he can't speak. Probably also cannot hear the stream. Maybe he can. Maybe he's in chat. If he wants to say hi,
we love you, Davis. Maybe
still.
Andrew a bit too much.
How you doing, Sam? Of course, the other commentator for Tier 1. We have Sam. Claps for Sam.
There you go.
Claps for Sam. He's here. He's working on some graphics. We're going to get a little upgrade to the streams soon. At least the Tier 1 streams. Tier 2 are probably going to be a little bit like this.
Because we're boring.
Yeah, we're boring. We like to keep it simple. Let's keep it plain,
Absolutely simple. Not this over the top. I do appreciate Sam doing all the graphics and everything. We like to be more simple here in T2. Obviously, it's a lower the Theta series, I should say.
Seems like Oliveira made a little mistake, as he's lost a lot of time to Blitz and Rich. Didn't mean to cut you off there, sorry. But Rich now taking P5 away from Rich taking P5 away from Blitz as he continues his charge. Leandro now on the back of JR Quoto. So it's see what he'll be able to do here. Now, recovering well, he was in first, and he had a little slip on a banana peel, a little spin going out of turn 12, and finds himself now on a recovery drive, and is closing in on his fellow compatriot and esports teammate, JR Quoto. We have a lot of AXV guys in here. Actually, 4 out of our 10 slots filled up by either a Portuguese driver or... Actually, no, sorry, we have Sub-Zero is also Portuguese, so half of our grid is Portuguese. Which is crazy because this is a North American league. But Leandro getting ever closer than ever now in the back of JR Quoto. So he makes his way to turn 13, turn 14. Let's see. Yellow flag in Sector 1 as Felix spins again, but right now we're focused on what's ahead. And that's the battle for the podium position here. Leandro, of course, winning the feature race in Baku. Impulse is low on fuel, so I'm wondering how that's going to play out as well. He's either going to have to lift and coast, and also that 10-second penalty. That's going to really, really hurt him here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Excellent cut to Sub-Zero, but Leandro still close behind Quoto. I wonder if he'll be able to catch him here. Of course, those hard tires now, 4 laps older than his, but Leandro kept closing that gap as they make their way onto the useless DRS straight. Leandro gaining a little bit of time there. It's, they make their way to turn 11 and 12. Anything else happening, Golden, that you see? Blitz also still on the back of Rich. As there's blue flags fly ahead. I think that's for Sparky, who is who's being lapped by what looks like Oliveira. But now we have Jared Quoto has been passed by Leandro going into turn 1. I went nonverbal there for a little bit. I apologize for not speaking.
He's just listening to the Manny comparisons again.
Quoto's still in the back of Leandro. Leandro now 12 seconds behind Impulse. Not going to benefit off that 10-second penalty, but maybe if Impulse goes on low fuel, I wonder. The gap's still increasing like crazy. He needs to break 10 seconds to clear Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero on 2-lap older tires. So, driving pretty consistent pace though with his PB. He's only been a 10th off his personal best lap. But Impulse really flying around here. He likes this track, it seems. Let's have the pit lane. Impulse is a 1:12.1, and we'll see what Sub-Zero gets if he actually improves on his lap. He's actually 7/10 slower a lap than Impulse. So I wonder, is that the low fuel helping Impulse, or is Impulse just trying to push everything out of this car so that he can break the 10-second penalty? But you know, with the low fuel, I don't know if he'll be able to finish. We'll have to see. It's getting intense, kind of. Quoto, or Jared Quoto, still very close to back in the intro. Oliveira getting a 10-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. That's number 4?
I think 3.
He's going to go on the soft tire. Maybe going to try and set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Very, very smart move from him. Of course, 10-second penalty has a free pit stop behind. Why wouldn't you do this? 10-second penalty doesn't really hurt you. I don't think it's a bad call. You know, even with the 10-second penalty, you know, those on-track penalties don't get you penalty points. It's if you fuck someone up. Yellow flag in Sector 2 as we see Rich driving slowly. I don't know what happened to him, but Blitz now close behind him. There's an end plate on the road. I wonder who that is from. It's from Leandro. Leandro must have had a spin going onto the useless DRS straight, as now he's missing an end plate. He's gonna stay out, but he is driving really slowly. Yellow flag as Blitz also seems to have come off, as Sparky's gonna come up the back of him. Sparky is still lapped. Ooh, he's gonna run a little bit wide again. I think Blitz may also still have wing damage. Yeah, he didn't pit for his wing damage. Let's see. Leandro in P4 now with wing damage. He has a 7-second gap behind. 3 laps to go. What will happen here? Will Rich be able to close this gap? Of course, Rich with no... Wait, does he have wing damage? Rich with no wing damage, so this could very well be doable. It's going to be very, very close. As, of course... And also, Leandro on those old, hard tires. 13 laps old now. It's really going to be struggling as Rich. Not getting the gap down as much as he'd want to. Through the corners a little bit, but not a lot. He's actually losing time to Leandro. I wonder if it's the lack of downforce in the front that might be beginning to go faster. But Leandro now catches up to the back of Quoto. So I wonder if Quoto also struggling with some tire wear, or maybe a little mistake of his own. He's not going to have DRS, but Leandro gaining on him a lot. I wonder what's going on there. As it seems that JR Quoto is slowed down a little bit. He's going to make a little mistake. I wonder what that's all about. Sub-Zero still 7.4 seconds behind. The gap to Impulse now getting smaller. At this rate, Sub-Zero will take the win of this Grand Prix. If the gap does not finish. Oh, Oliveira setting a fast lap of the Grand Prix. Task complete for him. Pulling a Danny Rick, setting the fastest lap, except this guy's not leaving. He's here to stay. He's driving here.
Oh,
he sets that fastest lap and is now saying, I'm here to stay.
Don't get me, don't pull me heartstrings, mate. You fuck.
Of course, that Alpine team, you know, not doing the best over in Tier 1.
What does that mean?
But, of course, not by fault of their own. Not by fault of their own. Brownus Buns putting in
thank you. I was
lovely
about to say.
performances. not of any fault to the number one driver, or sorry, number one driver because your reserve is the other one, but your number one driver.
Well, no,
of
Tapman's
Golden.
not racing, and Brown and Sponge just kind of filled in as a reserve for was it China.
Yeah, for
I
China.
think he just filled in.
Just yellow flag
race.
as Sparky.
It's a Sparky.
Is horizontal on or yeah perpendicular. Oh, is
horizontally.
Oliveira also spinning.
English.
No, just
Fuck
that could have been a safety car. If it wasn't like the last 2 laps. Anyway, we're almost done here. 2 laps to go. Blitz gonna pit for softs. He's gonna try and take the fastest lap away from Oliveira. So we see a little fastest lap.
Oliveira's pitted. I don't know why
Oliveira
he's pitted.
pitting again. Maybe trying to
softs.
go for fastest lap again. This is pretty close here. Blitz thinks he can set a faster lap than that, so he's gonna come in. He's
But
gonna
he does have his
for a
time
lap.
penalty.
He does also clear his time penalty. Oh, Oliveira does, yeah.
And
this
he
is
will
gonna
be
give
at
Felix.
laps.
This may give Felix a chance to
No.
to jump him.
Oh,
no.
surely. No.
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Felix does
Leandro
jump
actually
him.
passes Quoto on the straight.
Yeah, so now Leandro up into P3 into a net podium position. He's not going to get Impulse, though, of course, with that wing damage. But this is the last lap now. Not the last lap. It's Impulse.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Impulse now very close to breaking that 10-second. It takes one mistake. I'm not going to say anything. Sub-Zero, that gap, 8 seconds. Of course, Impulse with a 10-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane. What will happen here? Let's see. So the gap now 2 seconds. Impulse needs to improve by yellow flag in sector 1.
Impulse is slowed down. He's running out of fuel.
Slowed down. Impulse has ran out of fuel.
Has he? He has run
Impulse
out
has
of fuel.
This is going to give Leandro a chance to possibly take P2 as he's crawling around the banking, making his way to the final straight. Of course, on low fuel, but
And Sub-Zero's absolutely flying, coming out.
Sub-Zero.
Will he beat him to the line?
He won't beat him on track, but he's going
He
to get some time
won't, but
penalties.
Sub-Zero wins.
Leandro now.
Very,
We'll see.
very...
Leandro.
I've lost my
Leandro
words.
takes P2.
Oh my... Oh.
And J.R. Quoto going to get a 10-second penalty for some reason. That's going to get removed.
For not for unsaid penalty.
No, that was ignoring yellow flags for J.R. Quoto.
You silly boy.
I think it's because he overtook him before whatever, like something like that. I don't know. But I don't think he loses the position from it. That was a... Holy crap. What an end. Impulse dropping to P3 by 0.6 of a second. Oh, Impulse, heartbreak. As Blitz sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, sniping it from Oliveira. Felix is going to retire before the line. Meaning...
odd.
Sparky
moves up to P8.
P8. Sparky takes P8.
And he's coming around the corner. He won't take fastest lap, but... a P8 finish.
Wow. Did I send you the actual qualifying results as well, or no?
I have no idea. I don't know why you're sending them to me. I should be sending them to you, should I not?
You deserve that driver of the day. A lovely drive from the VCarb team, scoring their first points with a race win. First points with a race win.
Tacky boy.
And a Red Bull family won too. Of course, the 2 Portuguese drivers on step 1 and step 2. Heartbreak for the Mexican driver of Impulse in P3.
Mexico.
Checo Perez, we missed you. Anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Whoever tuned in to this lovely Dutch Grand Prix. No, not wet enough for me though. I like a wet Zandvoort. Pause.
No,
anyway,
who else wouldn't like? You know who else like a wet Zandvoort?
Our big scorers today. We have Sub-Zero, Leandro, and Impulse as our top 3 scorers of the day. Let's move. I need to get the race results. J.R. Quoto is going to have that 10-second time penalty removed.
So does that mean he'll gain or lose a position, or stay?
He'll just stay where he's at.
Fair.
Okay. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you guys tomorrow for Tier 1.